What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video, we're going to talk about where the markets are. We're going to talk about profits. We got to talk about Project Thunder on Flux. And then also, I've got an efficiency tip for you if you have AMD cards and you're mining Kaspa or Radiant. And then lastly, we're going to announce the Kaspa hash rate giveaway winners. So be sure and stay tuned till the end. But before we get into it, you know the drill. Do me a favor, hit that like and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. So first, let's take a look at mining pool stats. I use this website every single day, but occasionally I'll notice something that I haven't noticed before. And today what I noticed was ETH POW is number 11 on this list. Now, I'm assuming that this list is based on total hash rate on the network in order of the most to the least. And to see ETHW at number 11 was surprising initially, but I started to think about it. There's so many ASICs out there that were on ETH, and they got to find a home, right? I would assume that you would be mining something that's more profitable, which would be Ethereum Classic, I assume, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe ETHW is more profitable. However, it's not very profitable, and I'm about to show that to you, but before we get into that, let's take a look at the rest of the list here. So it's no surprise that Bitcoin is number one, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Monero. Those all make sense to me. Bitcoin Cash, been around a long time. Bitcoin Silver, eCash, Zcash, Arweave. But ZIL being at number 13, and forgive my ignorance, I'm sure somebody out there is laughing at me, but isn't ZIL only mineable at specific intervals in a day? I'm confused here. How could this be at number 13? And if you know, please, enlighten me. Leave your comment down below. I would love to know why this is so high up here on the list. Bitcoin Gold, Ravencoin, Kadena. I was a little bit surprised to see Ravencoin ahead of Kadena. Considering Kadena has ASICs and Ravencoin is still only GPU mineable, of course. Now, Ravencoin has been around a very long time, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. And we have Chia on there, and Flux. Horizon, not very familiar with. I know it's been around a little while. Monocoin, not familiar with at all. Siacoin, very familiar with. Digibyte, of course, those make sense. But going back to ETH POW, which it should be ETHW, mining pool stats, you should probably change that because I'm not sure if that is ETHW or ETHF. I assume it's ETHW. But, going back to the ASICs on ETH, the best ETH miner you can have is an E9, right? And currently, it's negative. I don't know if this is negative mining ETHW or if this is negative mining Ethereum Classic. It shows ET hash here, so I'll assume that it's ETHW, but I don't know for certain. And this thing is $7,000 and more, depending on where you buy it from, right? So best case scenario, if you take a look at what to mine, 2400 megahash at 1900 watts, it shows a profit of 94 cents a day and burning $4.56 a day in power. But if you go back here, again, it showed negative 30 cents a day or negative $5.53 a day in power specifically. So let's say best case scenario, right now you're making roughly $1 a day. You're looking at a return on investment at a minimum of $7,000. Now, obviously, I don't think people are rushing out there buying E9s right now, but there were certainly a lot of people buying E9s before the merge, and we all knew it was coming. If you're going to make let's say they were $10,000 or $20,000 at that point, that type of purchase is, for me, it would take a lot of thought and research before pulling the trigger on a purchase that large. And, a 7,000 day ROI is a tough pill to swallow. And let's say, for example, if ETHW does 10x from where it's at right now, because we are in the bear market, right? But even at 10x, you're still looking at a 700 day ROI. So 2 years to get your return on investment on mining ETHW, not Not something I would recommend, but again, I'm sure somebody's screaming at YouTube right now because they love ETHW. So we'll get off that topic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market right now. So Bitcoin coming in at 16,700, Ethereum at 1,200. Look at this, Tether, $1. Still. XRP, 38 cents. Cardano, 32 cents. Dogecoin, 8.4 cents. Polygon Matic, 87 cents. Polkadot, $5.64. Shiba Inu, 0.000009 cents. Solana, $13.10, down almost 20% on the week. And let's go take a look at ETHW. I'm curious now. I think it's about number 75-ish. Let's see. There it is, 76. So $3.77, down 10% for the week. And everything is pretty much just trading sideways and has been for the last few days. I think everybody's waiting for the whole FTX situation to get untangled. And it's probably going to be a pretty long period of time before we see that happen. If you take a look at what to mine, the farm is coming in profitable at $2.21 a day at 7 cents per kilowatt hour. At 10 cents per kilowatt hour, we are looking at 55 cents in profit. Wow, big money. So I'll just kind of scroll down so you guys can see the rest of the list here. We've got Meowcoin at negative $7.37. Neoxa, negative $6.60. Ravencoin, negative $6.53. Ergo, negative $3.86. Flux is right there underneath Ergo at negative $5.80. Now let's go ahead and talk about Project Thunder. So I noticed this tweet from Daniel Keller, and the thunder rolls. Listen in the distance. Can you hear it? Thunder is coming. Flux, Web3, Flux Drive, Flux, IPFS. So you may be asking yourself, what is Project Thunder? And I was familiar with it and forgot all about it. And shout out to the Mining King. I had to go back and watch this video to refresh my memory. But I'll just go ahead and summarize. Essentially, it's very similar to Chia, but it's going to be a node. So you're essentially using mechanical hard drives to run the Flux network. There are going to be 3 different tiers. You're going to have a 20 terabyte, a 50 terabyte, and a 100 terabyte tier structure. And I believe this is all on a Cumulus node. I'm not certain about that. And I'm also not certain about the incentive structure. Is this going to be paid the same way that node operators are paid? I don't know. But what I do know is if Daniel Keller is tweeting this out, it's probably coming sometime in the near future, if I were to guess. Anyways, moving on. I thought we would talk about what I'm currently mining. And you guys already know I am solo mining Radiant. And I am at 38.5% effort right now, and I still have not hit a block. And I am very anxious to hit a block because we're about to announce the contest winners, and I'm going to be switching my entire farm over to someone's Kaspa wallet address. So I would really like to hit a block before I switch over. But if I don't, I don't. No big deal. Anyways, let's talk about this efficiency trick that was posted in our Discord today. So a shout out to Empower Forever, or maybe this is More Power Forever, I'm not sure. Please forgive me. But somebody was asking for help with efficiency on their 6700 XT rig. And he chimed in here saying, stop your rig and run this command. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty long command. And one of the reasons that it's long is because you are having to input every device ID in here to set your memory state to a specific state. Now, I've heard of this before. I wasn't familiar with it because I don't use a whole lot of AMD cards. I do have one rig that is 6600s, not XTs. And I figured, you know what? I'll give it a shot, see if this works. because after this person implemented it, you can see they went from using about 53 to 59 watts, getting about 346 mega hash on Kaspa, to using only about 38 to 44 watts, getting about the same hash rate, which is almost 20 mega hash per, or excuse me, 20 watts per card, which is substantial. So for those of you guys out there running AMD cards, this could be very, very helpful. And one more tip. Now, the reason that I believe you have to specify each of your device IDs for your GPUs, I'm guessing is because he is running on Windows. And if you need to figure out how to get your device ID, you can simply look at it. It should tell you specifically your device IDs. So GPU 0, device ID 23, and then GPU 1, device ID 27, GPU 2, 2A. So you get the idea. Those are your device IDs. However, thanks to our dear friend, I believe it's IOTAPI322 ViperNet. So he's one of the pool operators for ViperNet. He chimed in here and he created a command, or maybe not created, but edited this command so that you don't have to specify every single device ID. Now, I don't know if this is just specific to HiveOS, but I'm going to assume it's specific to HiveOS. And I will leave this down below in the description for you guys so that you can run this command also. But let's go ahead and take a look at my rig real quick. So this is the 6600s, and as you can see, we're getting about 421 mega hash mining Radiant at about 60, well, looks like we got one at 59 watts, but anywhere from 59 watts to 65 watts. So I'm going to show you guys how to implement this command here. So you're going to go up to your run command, and you'll have this pasted in the description below. And we're going to stop the rig first. So make sure you stop your rig, give it just a moment, refresh it a few times, make sure it's not running anymore. I would not run this particular command while the rig is running. It may be fine, but I just like to be on the safe side. So let's see if we have stopped mining yet. Okay, we are good. Let's go ahead and run this command. And we'll give that just a minute, and we're going to start the miner. And we'll give it just a second. We'll come back to this page here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and take a look at the contest entries here. So we've got roughly about 70 names. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the first winner. So this is going to be for 48 hours of my farm's hash rate towards your Kaspa wallet address. So here we go, guys. Good luck. All right, our first winner is Cookie Sucks. Congratulations, you are going to get 48 hours of my farm's hash rate towards your Kaspa wallet address. Let's go ahead and go back to our rig here. Awesome. So here we are back at 420 mega hash, but look at this. Now we're down to 47 watts all the way up to 50 watts. So previously we were running at about 60 watts, and now we're dropped down to 47 to 50, which is roughly about, I don't know, 12% or so. And that's a significant saving. So for those of you guys out there that were trying to get more efficient on Kaspa or Radiant, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and pick our number 2. So this is going to be for 24 hours. And the winner is Crazy Devil. Congratulations, Crazy Devil. I will pick up on your wallet address just as soon as we finish our 48 hours for the first winner. And lastly, this next one is going to be for my largest rig, which is going to be Tatooine. which is two 3060 Ti's, two 3070s, a 3080 Ti, a 3080, and a 3070 Ti. So here we go. All set, miner. Congratulations. All right, guys. So there we have it. Our 3 winners. Congratulations to you guys. Appreciate everybody watching the video, and I will catch you on the next one.